Elidor by Garner. 4. Malebron. It was a man with yellow hair. He wore a golden cloak, a golden shield on his arm. In his hand was a spear, and its head was like a flame. "Is there light in Gorius?" he said. "Help me," said Roland. "The glove." "Is there light?" said the man. "The glove," said Roland. "Helen." He could think of nothing to do. He could think of nothing, do nothing. His head rang with heartbeats, and the hill spun. He lay on the turf, and slowly a quietness grew like sleep, and in the quietness he could hold the glove, so that it was not a grappling hand. The man stood, unmoving, and the words came back to Roland as he had heard them before. The table of the cloth of gold. The table, the castle, and the man, nothing else showed the color of life in all this wasted land. The man's face was slender, with high cheekbones, and the locks of his hair swept backwards as if in a wind. "Who are you?" whispered Roland. "Malebron of Elidor." "What's that?" said Roland. "Is there light in Gorius?" "I don't understand," said Roland. The man began to climb the hill, but he was lame, one foot dragged. He did not look to see whether Roland was following. "Are you hurt?" said Roland. "Wounds do not heal in Elidor." "There was a fiddler," said Roland. "He's got a bad leg. I had to help him." "Now that you have come," said Malebron, "I need not skulk in beggar's rags again. Look." They were at the top of the mound. He pointed to the distant ruined keep. "There is Findius Castle of the South, and the forest, Mondrum, the fairest wood in Elidor." "It was you," said Roland. "You! Then you must have been watching me all the time. You just dumped me by the cliff and left me. And what have you done with Helen and David and Nick? What's happened?" shouted Roland. But his voice had no power in the air, and Malebron waited, ignoring him, until Roland stopped. "And Farius and Murius," he said, "castles of the west and of the north. There, on the plain beneath." He spoke the names of the castle and wood as if they were precious things, not 3 black fangs and a swamp. "But Gorius, in the east, what did you see?" "I saw a castle," said Roland. "It was all golden and alive. Then I saw the glove. "You have known Mondrum and those ravaged walls," said Malebron. "The grey land, the dead sky, and what you saw in Gorius once shone throughout Elidor, from the hazel of Fordrium, from the hazel of Fordruim, to the hill of Usna. So we lived, and no strife between us. Now only in Gorius is there light." "But where's?" said Roland. "The darkness grew," said Malebron. "It is always there. We did not watch, and the power of the night closed on Elidor. We had so much of ease that we did not mark the signs. A crop blighted, a spring failed, a man killed. Then it was too late. War and siege and betrayal, and the dying of the light." "Where's Helen?" said Roland. Malebron was silent. Then he said quietly, "A maimed king and a mumbling boy. Is it possible?" "I don't know what you're talking about," said Roland. "Where's Helen? That's her glove, and the thumb stuck in the rock." "Gloves!" cried Malebron. "Look about you. I have endured and killed only in the belief that you would come, and you have come, but you will not speak to me of gloves. You will save this land. You will bring back the light to Elidor." "Me?" "There is no hope but you." "Me?" said Roland. "I'm no use. What can I do?" "Nothing," said Malebron. "Without me, and without you, I shall not live. Alone we are lost. Together we shall bring the morning." "And this," said Roland, "was like the golden castle? Like you sang, the whole country?" "All," said Malebron. "Me?" "You." Findius, Falius, Murius, Gorius, the hazel of Fordruim, the forest of Mondrum, the hill of Unsa, men who walked like sunlight, cloth of gold. Elidor, Elidor. Roland thought of the gravel against his cheek. This is true. Now I'm here, and only I can do it. He says so. He says I can bring it all back. Roland Watson, Fog Lane, Manchester 20. What about that? Now what about that? How do you know I can? Said Roland. I have watched you prove your strength, said Malebron. Without that strength you would not have lived to stand here at the heart of the darkness. Here, said Roland. It's just a hill. It is the mound of Vandre, said Malebron. Knight's dungeon in Elidor. It has tried to destroy you. If you had not been strong, you would never have left the stone circle, but you were strong, and I had to watch you prove your strength. I don't see how a hill can do all this, said Roland. You can't fight a hill. No, said Malebron. We fight our own people. Darkness needs no shape, it uses, it possesses. This mound and its stones are from an age long past, yet they were built for blood, and were supple to evil. Roland felt cold and small on the hill. I've got to find the others first, he said. It's the same thing, said Malebron. No, but they'll be better than me. They're older, and I've got to find them anyway. It's the same thing, said Malebron. Listen, you have seen Elidor's 4 castles. Now each castle was built to guard a treasure, and each treasure holds the light of Elidor. They are the seeds of flame from which all this land was grown. But Findius and Phaleus and Murius are taken, and their treasures lost. You are to save these treasures. Only you can save them. Where are they? Said Roland. You said there were 4 treasures, so where's the other? I hold it, said Malebron. The spear of Ildana from Gorius. 3 castles lie wasted. 3 treasures are in mound. Gorius stands. You will go to Vandre, and you will bring back light to Elidor. And that is the end of chapter 4.